reach out. But one thing that I also want to touch on, talking about international, I know we are just beginning. We are at the baby steps. We are not known when it comes to basketball yet. And we're not trying to rush this. But if you look next door, you have a basketball powerhouse in our neighbors, Senegal, which I believe that is the biggest basketball nation in Africa right now. Not in terms of the players they're sending to the NBA. They have sent a lot of players to the NBA. But if you look at the basketball infrastructure in Africa now, I would say it's mostly based in Senegal. The BAL, Basketball Africa League, their headquarters is in Senegal. The Seeds Academy is in Senegal. They send a lot of kids to the United States and all over Europe to play. You have the NBA Academy, it's in Senegal as well. Bunch of scouts come to Senegal all the time looking for talent and all of that. So what I wanted to kind of ask you is, do you think it's too early for us to try to, start tapping into that potential, just on our next door neighbors? Or do you think we should just continue building until we can stand on our 2 feet before we want to, move towards that direction?
No, I believe we should start. And the thing about it is that we have started. I've been talking to the president of the Senegalese Basketball Federation. We spoke quite a number of times, and we had actually worked through the process of getting a coach to come out here and do some kind of a training for us. But then my understanding is that it was because of the COVID at that point in time. Mm-hmm. And the person who was supposed to have come was actually in service. So they couldn't make it. We do know the potential of Senegal. We do know how they have progressed in terms of development of the game of basketball. We equally want to progress in that way, but you have to put into consideration that we have been dormant. Mm-hmm. We have been dormant for 7-8 years, and we cannot and will not be able to wake up overnight and be at par with a country like Senegal. We will, of course, continue to partner with them and depend on them to a large extent on their expertise. We will do that. In fact, we were planning on taking a tour out there and see if we can organize a few games on 3-on-3 and 5-on-5 competitions, just to get our players to be a lot more exposed, and maybe in the process market them while they're there, because I believe that if we can get opportunities to play with the Senegalese teams, then they can see the level of talent that we have, and it will also create more opportunity for us to be able to sit down and talk to them about areas that we can collaborate in. But then I must again point out that it didn't just happen in Senegal just because it wanted to happen in Senegal. It happened in Senegal because government officials in Senegal, because the private sector in Senegal got up and put in an effort into it. They put time into it. They invested into it. And that's why things like that could have happened. It's all part of youth development. That's just what it is. And like any other business entity, the more you put, the more you gain. We haven't put in, we haven't invested, so we don't expect to get, especially not overnight. We are trying to overcome those hurdles. We're trying to work more closely with government. We just got an offer from the Sports Council for advertising for the position of a head coach for the Gambia Basketball Association. And well, as much as we appreciate that, we felt that they should have sat down with us. If you don't have a 3-on-3, how are you going to get a coach? I mean, if you don't have a team, then where do you start from? They did it with very little involvement from the Gambia Basketball Association. And these are the things that cannot work. These are the things that we must learn to collaborate. We must learn to work not independent of each other. Like government cannot be independent of the associations that it's supposed to work with. It cannot. And this kind of, I think the word I'd like to use is confusions, will not do anything to help us. But then to go back to getting, our neighbor, we're more than happy. We've requested for it. We'll continue requesting for it until we get it. We'll continue competing until until Gambian basketball is able to develop. And we will continue to work with Senegal for that to happen.